Okay, so what we're going to start with is targeting. I'm clicker training Malcolm, so you'll hear the click, but you don't need to do that. Targeting is just having the dog interact with something. So I like to use my hand. All we're looking for is for him to touch my hand. Use what I call a B hand. Put the treat in your hand, fold your thumb over it, and it's a B in American Sign Language. Lets him see the treat, smell it, but he can't get to it until I release it. So this is different than a leave it. Well, sorry, that's class stuff. Okay, touch, yes. He's a little sound sensitive, so he kind of flinches the first time, but not too bad, so I go ahead and use a clicker. He seems to be getting over it, so we've worked on that already some, but touch. Couldn't get it to click. Okay, touch. Good boy. Touch. Touch. Okay, so he's getting the hang of it. He's jumping up. He's going to my hand. That's what targeting is. So for the leash, I do not want Malcolm to target a leash. So I'm going to use the tug toy, similar, and it'll work also. Off. So what we're going to do is going to use that B hand again, and I have the leash in here also. Okay, so he's going to start targeting, or the tug toy. So he's going to start targeting the tug toy actually. So touch, or sorry, let me back up. Tug, yes. Whoops, and I forgot to click, but that's okay. If I get to my treats here. Okay. Tug. Okay, and once he gets the hang of targeting the tug, tug, then I'm going to start moving it around a little bit. So what we'll do is, instead of just holding it out where he can get to it, I'm going to put it up here, tug. Put it over here, tug. And at this point, I don't care if he touches my hand, I just want him to touch the tug toy. If he touches my hand, that's fine, because that's just where it is. So we'll do that a few times. And I'm going fast. I'll talk about that in a second. But, I'm going kind of fast just for demonstration purposes. But tug. And he hasn't quite figured out that I'm actually talking about the tug toy and not just the treats in my hand. But again, just for demonstration purposes. So, tug. There we go. So it's kind of anticipating, so now I'm going to go over here. Tug. Tug. I'm waiting until he actually makes contact with whatever it is, my hand or the tug toy or whatever we're working on. Tug. 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 And that was a little early. He hadn't quite made it. I can see he's going there, so that was my fault. But switch up. Tug. Now he's starting to anticipate it. So now what I can do is take this, I'm just going to put it on the ground somewhere. If you're working on and taking it off of a specific object, I put it between you and that object, kind of close at first, and then just move it towards the doorknob or whatever it is you're trying to get it to. So, okay. Tug. Okay. And the idea with the click is, if you haven't studied clicker training at all, tug. every time he hears a click, he's supposed to get a treat. He learns. He's I can't think of the word, but he's made the association. The click means a treat is about to come, and the idea is to get that same emotional response from the click as he would from the treat. But when we're working at a distance or over time, like if I'm looking for him to hold a sit for a long time, I can do that click and lets him know he's doing the right thing. Tug. Okay, and if he loses focus, I can just put the treat on there and right there. You did touch tug toy is why I clicked, and the treat's there. So tug. Let's try this. I'm going to put this between us. And again, I'm going fast as part of the reason we're having a little bit of a problem here. Tug. Tug. Okay. So I would start with that. Really, it's going to take a little bit of time because you are doing a couple of different behaviors. Start with targeting the leash in your case. I would do that about a week probably, just until he's doing it consistently, or she, sorry, I'm talking about Malcolm, just until she's doing it consistently, and then put it on the floor and start moving it towards wherever you want it. And we talk about actually grabbing the leash and bringing it to you, retrieving it later. And what I talked about in the message are chaining several different behaviors. So you've got the targeting, you've got the putting it in your mouth, bringing it back to you, retrieving it. You know, it's several different behaviors that you're looking for, but you want her to do them in a specific order. So you have to break it down into those small steps. Tug. There you go. Okay, hopefully that helps.